My wife said I entered us in a couples contest, but I registered with my work husband instead. I laughed. Clever. Then I showed up as a judge for the contest. Her face when I introduced myself on stage was unforgettable. I, 33 male, was cooking dinner when Fiona, 31, dropped this gem on me Tuesday night. She was scrolling through her phone, laughing at something. Oh my God, this is hilarious. So you know that couples contest the city's running? The one with the vacation package prize? The one you wanted us to enter last month? Yeah, well, I entered it anyway, but here's the funny part. I registered with Garrett instead. I stopped stirring the pasta. Garrett? Your coworker, Garrett. My work husband. It's just for laughs. The contest is all these silly challenges and trivia. We figured it would be good team building, and honestly, we'd probably win. We're together more hours than you and I are anyway. You entered a couples contest with another man. She rolled her eyes. It's not real. It's like a game show. Don't be so insecure. Besides, you said you were too busy to do it. I said I had a presentation that week, not that I refused forever. Well, it's done now. First round is Saturday. We already submitted our couples story about how we're workplace soulmates who found love over spreadsheets. It's hilarious. You wrote a fake love story about you and Garrett? God, you're being so dramatic. It's a contest, not a marriage certificate. The grand prize is a week in Cabo. When we win, I'll take you instead of him. Obviously. Obviously. I just said, clever, and went back to cooking. What Fiona didn't know was that my buddy Desmond worked for the marketing firm running this contest. He'd actually asked me to be a judge weeks ago, but I declined because Fiona wanted to enter. Told him it would be a conflict of interest. Guess that wasn't a problem anymore. I texted Desmond that night. Still need a third judge? Holy shit, yes, Beatrice just backed out. You're saving my ass. Can you make the briefing Thursday? Send me the details. Fiona spent the next 3 days preparing with Garrett. She'd come home talking about their strategy and showing me matching t-shirts they'd ordered that said work wife and work husband, making spreadsheets and taking hearts. Isn't it cute? Garrett's girlfriend Hazel thinks it's hysterical. Hazel's okay with this? Of course. She gets it. It's just fun. You're literally the only person making this weird. Thursday, I attended the judges' briefing. The other judges were Desmond's boss, Ingrid, and a local radio host, Carl. They showed us the contestant list. 20 couples competing for a $10,000 vacation package plus $5,000 cash. There they were, Fiona Morrison and Garrett Hendricks, workplace soulmates. Their submission video played during our review. I watched my wife giggle as Garrett held her hand, both wearing their matching shirts, talking about their connection and undeniable chemistry and how they complete each other's sentences in Excel formulas. Ingrid laughed. These two are adorable. The whole work spouse angle is fresh. Carl nodded. Great camera presence too. I said nothing. Saturday arrived. The contest was being held at the downtown convention center. Fiona left early to get ready with Garrett. She'd spent $200 on a new outfit because first impressions matter. I arrived an hour before showtime, dressed in the judge's blazer they'd provided. Desmond briefed us on the format. We'll introduce judges after the first round. Adds drama. Thomas, you're going on last for maximum impact. Perfect. The contest began. I sat backstage watching the monitor as couples competed in the first challenge, a trivia game about each other. Fiona and Garrett were killing it. What's Fiona's biggest pet peeve? People who reheat fish in the office microwave. Correct. What's Garrett's guilty pleasure? Fiona, reality dating shows. He live streams them at lunch. Correct. They high-fived, hugged, Garrett spun her around. The audience ate it up. Then came time to introduce the judges. Carl went first, then Ingrid. Then Desmond grabbed the mic. And our third judge tonight knows a thing or two about relationships and hard choices. Please welcome Thomas Morrison. I walked onto that stage and watched Fiona's face go through the entire spectrum of human emotion. Shock, confusion, fear, anger. Garrett just looked confused. Morrison? Like Fiona Morrison? I grabbed the mic. That's right, I'm Fiona's husband. The real one, not the work one. I turned to the audience. Isn't it wonderful when couples support each other's dreams, even when those dreams involve pretending to be married to someone else? The audience laughed nervously. Fiona looked like she wanted to disappear into the floor. Desmond, reading the room perfectly, jumped in. What an interesting dynamic. This should make judging fun. Update 1, y'all asked for the aftermath. It was glorious. So the contest continued after my reveal. Fiona and Garrett had to keep competing while I judged. The second challenge was how well do you communicate? Couples had to guide each other through an obstacle course blindfolded. Fiona kept shooting me death glares. During Garrett's turn to guide her, he was clearly flustered. Go left, I mean right. Wait, Fiona, are you okay? Just give me directions, Garrett. She walked straight into a foam barrier. The audience winced. They came in dead last that round. Between challenges, I saw Fiona corner Garrett. I couldn't hear everything, but his face was red. He kept shaking his head and looking at me, then back at her. The third challenge was couples compatibility quiz, answering questions about hypothetical scenarios. This is where things got beautiful. Host, your partner admits they entered a contest with someone else. Do you, A, support them, B, join as a judge, or C, file for divorce? The audience laughed. Fiona turned purple. She and Garrett ended up placing 4th overall. No Cabo, no cash, just those matching t-shirts and a relationship-ending revelation. After the contest, Fiona waited by my car. You humiliated me. You entered a couples contest with another man. As a joke. Was the fake love story a joke? The matching outfits? The hand-holding on stage? You're being ridiculous. This was about winning a vacation. Then why didn't you ask me after my presentation was done? Because Garrett and I have better chemistry for this kind of thing. There it was. Cool. Then you won't mind if I submit our actual relationship status to your HR department, since it's all just jokes and chemistry. Her face went white. You wouldn't. Why? It's just workplace fun, right? Nothing inappropriate? She stomped off. I went home alone. Sunday morning, I got a text from an unknown number. It was Hazel, Garrett's girlfriend. Hi, Thomas. Garrett told me everything. I had no idea they were pretending to be an actual couple. He said it was a team-building exercise. I'm disgusted. Thought you should know I'm dumping his ass. P.S. Your judge entrance was iconic. Then came Monday. Oh, Monday. Fiona worked at a marketing firm that prided itself on professional boundaries and appropriate workplace culture. Someone, definitely not me, had forwarded their contest submission video to the company's anonymous ethics hotline. The video where they called themselves workplace soulmates, with undeniable chemistry, who spend every moment together, at work and after. Fiona came home Monday night in tears. We got called into HR. Both of us. They said our public display was inappropriate and reflected poorly on the company's values. That's unfortunate. Garrett threw me under the bus. He said it was all my idea, that I pressured him, that he was uncomfortable the whole time. Was he? No, he was totally into it. He's the one who suggested the matching shirts. But he told HR you pressured him? He's trying to save his own ass. His girlfriend dumped him and now he's in panic mode. Sounds like your work husband is getting a work divorce. She glared at me. This is your fault. If you hadn't shown up as a judge, you would have what? Won a vacation with another man while lying about being a couple? How would that have been better? It would have been private. You posted about it on Instagram 3 times. Update 2. The workplace drama escalated fast. Turns out, Fiona and Garrett's coworkers found the whole situation hilarious in the worst way. Someone made a meme of Fiona's shocked face when I walked on stage. It spread through their office Slack before HR shut it down. Then Garrett, trying to save face, did something incredibly stupid. He filed an HR complaint against Fiona for creating a hostile work environment and sexual harassment. His claim? Fiona had been inappropriately pursuing him for months. The contest was her way of forcing a relationship, and he only went along because he feared retaliation. Fiona was suspended pending investigation. She came home Wednesday destroying things, not really breaking stuff, just aggressively reorganizing while ranting. Sexual harassment? Sexual harassment? We were friends. He's the one who started the whole work spouse thing. Do you have proof? Of course not. It was just jokes in person. But now he's submitted all these texts where I'm asking him to lunch or coffee as evidence of pursuit. They were work lunches. What about the contest registration? He says I signed him up without consent, but he filled out half the forms. Can you prove that? Silence. The investigation got messier when other coworkers came forward. Apparently, Fiona and Garrett's work marriage had been making people uncomfortable for months. They had inside jokes that excluded others. They'd take long lunches together daily. They'd stay late working, but were seen leaving together laughing. Garrett had called Fiona his office wife in client meetings. Fiona had asked female coworkers if they were jealous of her special relationship with Garrett. That last one really hurt her case. Meanwhile, Garrett was playing victim hard. He told everyone Fiona was obsessed with him, that he was scared to reject her, that the contest was her way of trapping him into a public relationship. Friday, Fiona's best friend from work, Marcy, called me. "Tom, I'm not supposed to tell you this, but Garrett's been planning this for weeks. He knew you were a judge. Desmond's assistant Kendra is Garrett's cousin. She told him everything." "What?" "He knew you'd be there. He thought if you saw them together, you'd divorce Fiona and he could swoop in. When it backfired and Hazel dumped him, he panicked and went with the harassment angle." "You're joking." "I have screenshots of him telling another coworker, Evan, about his master plan to steal Fiona from her loser husband. Send them. Now." She did. The texts were damning. Garrett to Evan, "The contest is perfect. Her husband will see us together and lose it. She'll leave him and realize I'm better. Bro, this is insane." "It's strategic. I've been laying groundwork for months. The work husband thing was step 1. This is psychotic. It's romantic, fighting for love." I forwarded everything to Fiona's personal email with the subject line, "Your work husband's real thoughts." Her response was just, "Oh my God." Update 3. Fiona took the screenshots to HR. The investigation did a complete 180. Garrett got fired. Not suspended. Fired. Turns out, planning to break up a coworker's marriage is several kinds of HR violations. Add in lying during an investigation and filing false claims. Done. But Fiona wasn't off the hook. She got written up for inappropriate workplace conduct and poor judgment that reflected negatively on the company. She kept her job but lost her upcoming promotion and was moved to a different department. The real kicker? Garrett tried to sue the company for wrongful termination. His argument was that he was protecting himself from a predator. The company's lawyer responded with the screenshots of his master plan, the contest video where he called them soulmates, security footage of him and Fiona leaving together laughing, not exactly scared behavior, his signed consent form for the contest, testimonies from coworkers about him bragging about stealing Fiona. Case dropped within a week. Meanwhile, at home, things were tense. Fiona expected everything to go back to normal since Garrett was the real villain. "I was manipulated. You saw his texts. He planned everything. You still entered a couples contest with him. Because I thought it was harmless fun. You held his hand. You hugged him on stage. You called him your soulmate. It was for the contest. You spent $200 on an outfit to impress him. To impress the judges. You told me yourself you had better chemistry with him." Silence. "I didn't mean it like that." "How did you mean it?" We work well together." Worked, past tense. You were suspended for making coworkers uncomfortable with your special relationship for months before the contest. That was just jokes. Jokes that made multiple people report you to HR. She had no response. Then came the financial hit. The promotion Fiona lost would have been a $15,000 raise. Her new department paid $8,000 less than her current salary. So not only did she lose the raise, she took a pay cut. "We can't afford the mortgage now," she cried. "We can." "I can. You might need to cut back on your personal spending though." This is financial abuse. No, it's consequences. You wanted to play games, you lost. Final update. Everything came to a head in the most unexpected way. Garrett, unemployed and desperate, did something incredibly stupid. He made a TikTok about being wrongfully terminated for refusing advances from a married woman. He didn't name Fiona directly, but included enough details that anyone could figure it out. It went mini viral. Not huge numbers, but enough that people in our city saw it. Comments were brutal. "Bro, you literally entered a couples contest with her. Isn't this the guy who got exposed for trying to break up a marriage? My cousin works at your company. Everyone knows you're lying." But the best comment came from Hazel, his ex. "This is my ex. He's lying." I have texts of him bragging about trying to steal his coworker from her husband. He also gave me chlamydia, but sure, tell us more about your victimization. Chlamydia? The TikTok disappeared within hours, but screenshots were everywhere. Fiona saw it at work. A coworker showed her, thinking it was funny. She came home absolutely broken. Garrett has chlamydia, had chlamydia. Okay? Tom, I need to get tested. The silence was deafening. You slept with him. It was once, after the contest, I was angry at you. He was comforting me. It just happened. When? The night after the contest. I didn't come home, remember? I said I stayed at Marcy's. But you were with Garrett. We were drunk, emotional. It meant nothing. Nothing. You slept with your work husband who was actively trying to destroy our marriage, and it meant nothing. I was hurt. You humiliated me. By exposing what you were already doing publicly? She got tested. Positive. Treatable, but positive. I got tested. Negative. Because I hadn't touched her since she entered that contest. That was it for me. I filed for divorce the next week. Fiona tried everything. Love bombing. We can work through this. Couples therapy. Guilt. 7 years thrown away over one mistake. Anger. You pushed me to this. This is your fault. Bargaining. I'll quit my job. We'll move. Depression. Crying. So much crying. The divorce was straightforward. No kids, clean asset split. She kept trying to reconcile until she saw I'd changed my relationship status to single on Facebook. Her final text to me, I can't believe you're throwing everything away over a stupid contest and one mistake. My response, the contest wasn't the mistake. It was the revelation. And it wasn't one mistake. It was hundreds of small choices to prioritize another man over your marriage. I just gave you what you wanted. Freedom to be with your work husband. Too bad he's unemployed now. Aftermath. Fiona lives in a studio apartment, still paying off the medical bills and struggling with her reduced salary. Garrett moved back with his parents, still unemployed and now known citywide as Chlamydia Contest Guy. I kept the house, bought before marriage, my name only. Started dating Rebecca, a teacher who thinks the whole story is the wildest thing she's ever heard. Desmond felt so bad about the situation. His company hired me as a marketing consultant. The contest now has a rule explicitly stating both members must be in an actual relationship. Fiona's company implemented a workplace relationships seminar that's mandatory quarterly. It's unofficially called the Fiona Protocol. Oh, and the best part? Last week, the contest footage appeared on a Most Awkward Game Show Moments compilation with 2.8 million views. My reveal as the judge is number 3. The comments are savage, the way she went from to in 0.2 seconds. Work husband, meet real husband. Garrett running off stage at the end took me out. This is why I work from home. Fiona, I know you lurk on Reddit. Hi, disgruntled marketer 89. Subtle. You wanted to win a contest with your work husband instead of building a life with your real husband. You won. Alright, won a divorce, an STD, a pay cut, and internet infamy. Garrett, if you're reading this, and we know you are, totally not Garrett H. Hazel says the medication should clear up your situation in about a week. Maybe focus on that instead of making more TikToks. To everyone else, if your partner has a work spouse and they're closer to them than you, that's not a cute office friendship. That's an emotional affair waiting to become physical. Trust your gut. Edit. No, I won't share the contest footage link. You can find it yourself. Yes, Rebecca knows the whole story. She actually recognized me from the viral video. Our first date conversation was interesting. Edit 2. Stop DMing me about Desmond, setting me up. He didn't know Fiona was entering with Garrett. He found out when I did during the briefing. He's been apologizing for months even though it's not his fault. Edit 3. For everyone saying I shouldn't have publicly humiliated her. She publicly humiliated our marriage first. I just showed up to judge a contest. Not my fault she entered it with another man while married to me.